right, let me put this over here.
What's going on, people? Bring it in. Bring it in. First thing I'm do out the gate is
Yes, sir.
I don't know what type of lighting coffee got going on, but he way crispier than he normally is. So I'm not sure if he got a better light, a bigger light, if he got a double light, see closer to a light or something, but he got some background separation. So I know something is different. Listen, man. I do this a little bit, not a lot of it. I do this a little bit. So I know you done set up something a little bit different. I don't know what it is. So I don't know how big of a difference, or a little of a difference, but there's a lot of separation from you in the background with your green screen setup or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. I just want to put you on notice that I see that. So that's why I had to wait to get that on camera. I had to get that recorded. I'm trying to get one over. Oh crap. Let me get my mic. Remove my mic. Coffee. What's going on with you? Coffee. Okay, I don't know what Coffee doing, but look, check it out. This is the importance of scanners. Okay, the importance of scanners. Right. Excuse me, I am scruffy. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like haircuts like that. So my stuff be growing out. You know what I'm saying? I do what I can for y'all sometimes, or whatever the case is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's how I am. So, but this episode is the importance of scanners, using scanners, scanner messaging, all that. Okay. What we're going to do right out the gate is we finna play a video before we get into everything else. Okay. There was a lot of comments about using the scanners, not knowing how to use the scanners, never trained to use the scanners, things like that. So the very first thing we're going to get into is your excuse me, your text messages. I'm drawing the blank. Your text messages. Okay, so we're gonna play that right now. Okay, cool. We finna get into some Scanner 101 by request of someone in the chat asked about sending messages, right? So we're gonna do the general on how to send messages, and if you do receive messages, how you can get to them if they don't activate and pop up on the screen automatically, right? Boom, here's the scanner. Right, you want to go down to B, text message, or you could just press B. Let's say if I just press B, bow, it's gonna take me to text message, right? But otherwise, just scroll down, text messages. It says text messages, bow right there. Right now, if they send you messages, it'll be in your inbox. Right? If you want to see messages you've sent within the last 15 days, you can hit outgoing, and it'll store all your messages. Right? And this is important. There's a reason why it's important. If you need to send them a message, you hit create message. If it's an emergency, right? Let's go alert. You hit alert. You can hit like if you had an accident, animal out and you out on the street and there's an animal out, aggressive animal, whatever. If you can get to your scanner or you feel comfortable to pull out your scanner, you might be, you know what I'm saying, if you're in a situation like it's an emergency, you can't get back to your vehicle and be safe or get away from the emergency. You get animal out. If your get back to your vehicle, you had a vehicle breakdown, vehicle fire. If you need, there's emergency situation where you need to call the police, postal inspection, whatever the case, you hit that. Mail stolen, you know what I'm saying, whether you get robbed or the vehicle broken into, or anything like that, receipt robbery, vehicle broken into, box stolen, damage, different things like that, right? Or you can hit other, and if you hit other, then you'll type in whatever you're trying to do, right? Otherwise, if it's not an emergency, don't hit alert. Just hit message, text message, right? Go to the bottom, hit other. Let's say, I'm trying to think of something in general, you know what I'm saying, that you can send a message for. Let's say I'm a non-val, I left the office, I told them that I got heavy mail, I'm gonna be over, I gave them $39.96. They instructed me to send them a message. This is how you get to your messages. I scroll down to other, and I type in something like 1 hour behind, 1 hour behind, need more time. What are my instructions? Bow. What are my instructions? Hit enter. Always change this, because you don't trust them, to 15. When you hit enter, it sends a text message, not only to the station, whoever signed in, because again, these should be set up to your station. When you send this, it's going to send it to anybody who has access to your station, to the email, right? So your supervisor and your other supervisor and your manager, whoever it is that's at the station they signed in, they're going to get this email. It's going to pop up on the side of their side screen as a message. They're going to get this. And the key part to doing this is this message also goes downtown. It goes downtown to another department, so it can keep a record, so it can stay on record. All right, so management can't never say that you didn't tell me this or you didn't tell me that. You get what I'm saying? That's why. So when they instruct you, let's say they tell you to keep going, right? Let's say in this scenario, they tell me to keep going. So I go over an hour to do that extra time, right? Cool. They cannot put me in for unapproved overtime for that hour, right? They instructed me to do the hour, which means you authorize it when you instruct me to do it. You're telling me to do it. That's the authorization, right? This is what this for. So then when you say, hey, y'all told me to keep going. If the hour was unauthorized, that means at 3 o'clock, 3:30, whatever your 8-hour in tour close to be is, I should have brought that mail back, or somebody should have told me to bring the mail back. They didn't tell me to bring the mail back. They told me to keep going. And I have that in my scanner, right, where I showed you. We ain't gonna save that. Right where I showed you, outgoing messages, bow, these messages would stay in your scanner, right? If I click one of them, Leonard Anderson, created date 11/4/2022. Right, this is when my scanner was messing up, when the nation scanners was messing up and packages wasn't dropping off. I sent them a message back then. I asked them, was my packages falling off? If they could see, if they could see that my packages is falling off, right? I sent them a message. This stores your messages. So you can pull up in your scanner. No, I sent you this message on so-and-so date, right? That's my outgoing. I go to my inbox and I can see, I don't know who's those for. I want to hear these days, whatever. They say Mr. Smith and they say scan something. So that's not for me. Must have been on my day off. I can go to my inbox and I can pull up the message where it says, when you sent to me, keep going, all mail must be delivered. That was your instructions. That was your authorization for me to deliver that mail. This is why it's important to use your scanner, right? For messaging, okay? So if anybody asks, that's why it's important to send messages. You do not have to answer your phone for management. That is your private device. There's nothing in paperwork that says that you have to answer your phone. This is why they incorporated messaging in the scanner. That's why that part was created. They have to technically use the scanners. Now, the post office has gotten into a comfortability of ease of access and doing whatever is fastest. So if I got your number, I could just call you. Nah, technically, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do it. We all do it, right? If you feel yourself in bad terms, or somebody call your phone, they want to get loud with you, or they want to try to talk crazy to you or harass you, bang the line on them. Say, hey man, you know what? Hey, we're not finna do this on my phone. From now on, contact me through the scanner. Matter of fact, whatever you're saying right now, send a message through the scanner. Click. That is not a write-up of any shape, way, or form. That's your phone that you pay for, right? That's your phone. That's your phone line. That's your bill that you pay for. You don't have to allow them access to your phone. So any point in time you feel like they're crossing the line, hey, man, contact me through the scanner. Because now you be telling me to do things, right, that I'm not supposed to be doing or possibly not supposed to be doing just so you can put something else in that contradicts that, right? Such as, hey, I need you to do that hour and then turn around and put me in as unauthorized overtime. Then when I got 3 1017Bs or 1017As, you want to try to pull me into the office. Hey, man, why you keep running over? Hey, man, why do y'all keep telling me to go over? I was supposed to have 8-hour days. On those 3 days, I told y'all I was behind. Y'all told me to keep going. I got messages to prove that. Right? And if it's anything past the 14 days, that's untimely. You can't get appropriate discipline for that anyway. Right? They have to discipline you within 2 weeks. This is why this matters. This is why you make sure to change your messages to 15. Again, I scroll down. B, inbox, outgoing. Inbox is all your messages that they sent you. Outgoing, all the messages you've sent them within the past 15 days. Because again, make sure to always change it from 5 to 15. Or if you need to create a new message, if it's not an emergency, right, hit regular text. And these are quick messages right here that you can do, right? But if you need to send them something like you're behind, you need extra time, if you're looking for instructions on any given thing, yeah, if you want to send them a message about a package, a customer, address, whatever the case it is, just scroll down to other and type it in, text it in. You're not going to be able to put periods and exclamation points and question marks or anything like that, right? You can use letters and numbers. Some things, well, do it take symbols now? No, it don't. So it's still just letters and numbers, okay? That's for y'all. Anything else with a scanner? Because some people said they didn't get training on scanners. Let me know, right? You know, how am I doing this? I'm not gonna go into all of this, but y'all let me know, right? Let me know. For those of you who need help, hope this helps with the text messages or the scanner messages situation. Okay, management is not authorized to call your phone. You're giving them authorization by answering your phone, but technically they're not supposed to call our phones. We've just gotten into a habit of doing the phone calls because it's quicker to use the phone calls. And again, I also use the phone calls. But if y'all on bad terms or somebody try to talk to you crazy or they violating or whatever the case is, hey, from now on, use the messages, the scanner messages to call me, to contact me, right? I don't want you contacting me on my phone. And even if you do, I'm not going to answer because I don't have to. Right, that's my personal device. Y'all supposed to use the scanners. The scanner is the end all be all. That's what they got them for. All right. Hope that helped y'all. Again, any more questions with that, let me know. What up? What up? What up?
What's good? What's good? You already know what it is.
Yeah. All right. We back in the building. You know what I'm saying? We just finished the video on the basic using the text message function inside the scanner, and in the video on why for various reasons it is important to utilize that tool. You have anything to say to that, Coffee, or add to it?
Yes, I think what you said is correct. I think if you're on good terms, I wouldn't be talking on the phone with management, because even though you might be on good terms with them, upper management is not on good terms with them. So therefore, if they need to get back in good graces with upper management, they'll throw you under the bus. Period. They don't care about how cool you are because they want to be back in good graces. So me, you're not going to pay my whole cell phone bill. Hit me through the scanner. I ain't got nothing else for you. I mean, there's no reason. I mean, it's unsafe to be using your phone anyway. So why would they call your phone if they want you to be safe? It's simple. We got to start making them use the tools that they're supposed to use when they're supposed to use it. That's why they think they can get away with things.
And to use the tools that they spend so much money on versus them attempting to pay us.
Correct. They ain't put 1.3 on them scanners.
Mm-mm.
They put more. They put more money into those scanners. We got new vehicles being built and rolled out after we just got the Matrix. They got money. They just give it to the individuals they want to have it. We're not one of those individuals. That's why we don't have it. And you keep playing I call it the sucker game, you're gonna become the sucker. Don't get mad at anybody else if you allow them to treat you a certain kind of way. You only get mad at yourself. Period.
Okay. Um, we gonna try not to make this as long as the other one that you guys didn't get a chance to see because my audio was trash in that one. Don't know what happened, but that one was like 2 hours. So we definitely ain't going no 2 hours. We gonna get straight to some points. You know what I'm saying, and get y'all this information. All right. So
True, true.
that's why the scanners are important, and that's the importance of using the scanners, especially when it comes to the communication. Not just for any and everything per se, but especially when it comes to the communication. Right. Especially if you see them, if you see your station already on some other type stuff, right? You might need to start getting your stuff in scanner messages, and you might want to start um, making sure that you use your documents, your paperwork, your 1571s, your 3996s, whatever it is. Start covering yourself. Once they shown you that they own some other stuff, if you attempt to possibly try to put me under the bus at any point in time, it's up. It's up. Documentation, scanner messages all day, every day after everything.
Always.
Hey man, why you ain't so? Hey, nah, man. Nah, we gotta use the scanner going forward. Yeah, you scanner going forward. You had me go do so and so, and now I'm getting investigated interview. Nah, we're not doing that. So it takes me one time. It takes me the me now. You know what I'm saying? Not the 20-year-old me, takes me now. Um to feel like I got played one time from somebody before it's just okay, everything on the up and up going forward. Because now we don't have that level of trust. You ain't never looked out for me for one. And then to try to play me for the one time. And again, management really can't never look out for you, right? They can't never really look out for you. And all these favors that they try to get you to help them with and things that they doing or whatever the case is. They're not really doing nothing for us, but we're doing everything for them. So remember that. You key. The craft employees are key, right? So what I want to get into, right? We're gonna use this a scanner message from the Reddit group. I forget which one it is now. One of the USPS communities over there. Um that I definitely am drawing a blank on it right now. But we definitely finna pull that up if I can. What did it go? Oh, I probably gotta open it again first. We're gonna open this in pictures. And then we go to window and then bow here. Right? There we go. So this is a message that was sent to a carrier, right? We'll go over stuff like this. All right. At this time, all carriers are to be completed with their assignments by 6 p.m. No one is authorized past, right? That's past 6 p.m. If you do, you will be written up for failure to follow instructions. No one submitted a 3996, right? Cool. See right here? These are instructions. No one is authorized past this 6 p.m. Right? So they're going off of no one in this station, in this particular station, right? Put in the 3996 saying that they need extra time, whether it's in the office or on the street that day, right? Cool. Guess what? That don't that doesn't account for what happens on the street that can cause you to get behind on the street. So the first part of this message is invalid, right? It's invalid. The extra mail in the office that I have to handle or maybe certified is not the only thing that can put me behind on the street. My ankle could start hurting, my back can start hurting. I can have to a lot of customers I have to deal with for whatever reasons. I can have construction on my route. I can have dogs out on my route. I can have some type of harassing behavior that causes me to deviate for whatever reason. I can have any type of street blockage that can cause me to have to deviate for whatever reason. I can have an issue with keys for apartments. I can have a issue with apartments in general. There's multiple, including hot weather. So I got to take more comfort breaks, things like that, or cold weather. I got to take more comfort breaks, anything like that, or rain. If I got to take more comfort breaks, or just have to be in my vehicle to change my shoes or change my socks in my vehicle for those of us that take our gear with us instead of having to go back to the station repeatedly. Anything can cause you to be behind. You could just get tired, exhaustion, right? Maybe you done did a whole lot of hours that week, or whatever, just hitting you bad that day, right? Dehydration is a mother sucker. You know what I'm saying? So this is invalid. At this time, all carriers are to be completed with their assignments by 6 p.m. No one's authorized pass. If you do, you will be written up for failure to follow instructions. No one submitted a 3996. And again, this is saying that no one in my station submitted a 3996, so no one should be going over. That's false, right? Because something could come up in the middle of the afternoon that I can then submit a 3996 for that I didn't see coming because I can't see the future once I leave the station. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see the future then, but if I once I leave, I can't see the future. I can't tell what's gonna happen in an hour, 30 minutes after I leave. What if I have a vehicle breakdown? I didn't fill out a 3996 for that, right? I didn't see that coming. Management didn't see that coming, but you wouldn't hold it against me. I couldn't see everything else that came after that, right? Anything I just named earlier. So this is improper. But if they want to play the game, then you play the game, right? I'm following your instruction. That's the game. That's because management give out bad instructions consistently anyway. So I play the game. Cool. No carriers are to be completed with their assignments by 6 p.m. All carriers are to be completed with their assignments by 6 p.m. No one is authorized pass. Who? No one's authorized pass. If I'm behind, there's no changing me not being done by 6 p.m. If I'm behind for whatever reason. I'm not about to run to catch up, right? So cool. No one is authorized pass. I'm not authorized pass at 6 p.m. Cool. If I go past 6 p.m., I will be written up for failure to follow instructions. So the instruction is to be back by 6 p.m. Guess what you need to do? With or without mail, you need to be back by 6 p.m. By 6 p.m. At this point, I don't even have to send you a scanner message. I don't even have to see you, hey man, I'm not gonna be done. What are my instructions? Because you got your instructions. Back by 6 p.m. Cool. I'm coming back by 6 p.m. Most likely, well, hopefully not, but probably with mail. Putting in a 1571 on that 1571, saying I got behind by whatever reasons I got behind, right? Um, and I'm also writing on there, man, I was instructed to be back at the station by 6 p.m. or I'll be written up. So I came back by their own message. By their own message. Now, this should stay in your scanner, but sometimes to be on the safe side, when you see messages like this, take a picture of this message. Take a picture of this message with the from part as well. That part is important for management. I'm not going to say what it is for management, for the union, however you want to take it. But it tells me who sent this message, right? The from part. So cool. Take a picture of this, keep this in your notes, bring that back when they try to do whatever they try to do. Hey, this person right here send me a message saying this. So I followed my instructions. And then you bring that mail back. All right. So that's an example of how and while again on why scanner messages are important. Right. Scanner messages are important and just how important in general the scanner is. Okay. We're gonna get that up out of there. Okay. Next, we're gonna go over another message. Let me remove that. Let me remove that. Stop. Can I stop that? Okay, stop that. Hold on. Can I just go over? Bow. There you go. Let's pull this one up. Share. Cool. Let me get y'all there. Hold on. Let me get y'all there. And we just gonna bow. No, we gonna go over this, right? Cool. So this is a situation a CCA had, and again, this is why we have to look out for each other when we can, and if we know things are happening, and give them that information. For our new people, this is why our senior people who know the information. This is why we need to pass that information down. This is a CCA who was put in a position by management and pretty much set up to get paperwork, right? Knowing that it was on them and they didn't care. Right. So we going if we are to take this for what it's worth at his word. His or her word. My bad. Okay, let's read this. Or I'm gonna read it for you. Right. Hey y'all, I'm a CCA still under probation in a large Brooklyn state. Excuse me. Large Brooklyn station. Last week, on the last 2 hours of a walking route, my scanner died, even with half the battery left. I called my evening supervisor. We're gonna add some words you know what I'm saying? They probably was typing fast. I called my evening supervisor, I'm assuming this, and asked what to do. And he told me to take a picture of the labels with my phone, right? Which is, again, technically we don't have to use our phones for any of that. That's why this don't make sense, right? This part don't make sense. If your scanner died and you still have things to do, even if you don't have packages, whether you have packages and or mail, right? You supposed to go back to the station, hang that scanner up, get another scanner. You can let management know, of course, when you get there. Hey, my scanner died. I got to get another scanner. You get another scanner, sign in, then you go back to the street after you sign into that scanner. Okay. Uh, all type of safety measures and protocols with the scanner. You need the scanner on you at all times, right? If you was to have a car accident and be knocked out, the way I'm gonna find you is through the scanner. I can track the scanner to say, hey, I haven't heard from so and so, or it's 9 o'clock at night. I haven't seen this dude. He not answering the phone. Cool. What if his phone died? Cool. How do I find you? You track the scanner. You always supposed to track the scanner, right? So I need the scanner on you at all times, just in case something happens where you can't talk or on your phone or whatever. I'm supposed to be able to track you so I can come to where you at and see what's going on, right? Cool. Um, so even the supervisor, what to do, he told me to take a picture of the labels with my phone and deliver them as normal. When I got back to my station after doing my overs, I asked if he wanted me to send him the pictures of the labels to put it in their system. And he said, no, go upstairs and scan them. So I'm assuming, I don't know what that means. Again, I don't know how the building is made. So clearly there's an upstairs. Going off the next part, he scanned them with a regular scanner or signed into another scanner and scanned them. I went upstairs, scanned the packages, and marked them as delivered. I went back downstairs and confirmed that I scanned them, and he told me to clock out and have a good night. The next day, the floor supervisor for the morning called me up and told me that the system was showing 30 packages marked for scanning integrity violations. This part is important. Scanning integrity violations. We're gonna talk about that. And I explained to her that I only did what my evening supervisor told me to do. Later, I was in the break room with the evening soup. and shop steward, and they gave me a PDI. I explained exactly what happened in writing, and the evening supervisor who told me to scan them said, "Don't worry, this is just something that has to happen. You're all good." This morning, the morning supervisor gave me a write up to sign and told me that I can either sign it or not. I asked to call my shop steward and he didn't pick up. I didn't sign it and she gave me a copy. She is usually very understanding, and I explained that I just did what the other supervisor told me to do. And she explained that the investigation is going to look at both sides and my shop steward will fight the case for me. This is frustrating because I feel like I did what I was supposed to do per my supervisor and I'm being railroaded. I care about this job and don't want to be terminated. Sorry if this post is a bit all over the place. I'm still trying to not freak out. It feels like there is no one I can talk to about this and no one cares and I'm about to be thrown under the bus, right? This is the type of things that happens, right? Listen to this story. Listen to this, right? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Hey, by the way, the Discord is up and running. It'll be in the description. We need everybody to pile into the Discords. Pile into the Discord, right? It'll be in the description below, right? For all Postal Blue employees. We're really post office employees, but it's Postal Blue, right? There's a group in there for carriers, a group in there for clerks, a group in there for motor vehicles, which is your truck drivers, a group for mail handlers, a group for 204Bs and management, although I doubt that management would be taking part. But hey, we open the doors, you know what I'm saying, for everybody, right? It's the only way we can get together. And then there's of course a general chat for everybody to talk into. There's another general chat. Well, there's one general chat that we could talk about everything and anything, even outside of postal stuff. Then there's a postal general chat that y'all can talk to as well. There's gaming chats in there, gaming audios, rooms, things like that. That's hey, listen, it's together now. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the wait, but it's together now. All right. And then we can help each other more faster of things like this instead of having to post long things like this and then having to wait to possibly get a some good feedback or a good direction to go with it. If we can get hundreds or thousands of people in there, you know what I'm saying, the faster we can move messages around when it's live like that. And then also have some fun with playing video games, linking up, playing games or whatever the case is as well. As we will be streaming on the Amazing Studios channel and the Amazing Studios TikTok, right? So cool. And again, this is all helping to bring awareness to a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? Um, this man was set up, not I don't think intentionally, but he was set up, right? His closing supervisor, for one, he shouldn't even be getting a write up. He shouldn't even be getting a write up. Let's be real. The young individual should not be getting a write up for doing what he was instructed to do. This is why I say, and this proves that anytime or every time they give you instructions, don't mean that they're valid instructions for you to do. Management would like you to believe that anything that they tell you to do, quote unquote, instructions, you're supposed to do and file a grievance. And that's false. That's false. This is an integrity issue, which is why it popped up and came up as an integrity scan because it's something no one's supposed to be doing. No one's supposed to be doing integrity things. This is why it's a you can get written up for this if you're found or caught doing this. That's why it's an invalid instruction. And if this didn't happen to you but happened at your other station, hey, that's invalid, right? To scan at your station. Now, scanning multiple packages at your station past a certain time, I think it's like 2, 3, might be different depending on the district that you're in, right? Will cause integrity issues. Upper management is going to want to know why the packages are being scanned, any type of thing after 2 or 3 and not on the street, no matter what the scan is, right? That's one. Especially when you got 30 scans all delivered, but they delivered and the GPS says at the station, that's gonna look crazy, right? It's the reason why it's an integrity issue because it makes it seem like you're not trying to deliver the packages, right? You're falsifying information. So there's an integrity issue. This is why it's called integrity scans, right? Cool. Let's go to that. Uh Scanning integrity, right? Dang, I can't. Well, I'm not in edit. I want to highlight that, right? But it's right there, right here. You can see my little mouse thing right here. Scanning integrity violations. Another thing that's a scanning integrity violation is stop the clock scans on packages are also scanning integrity violations, right? No one should be putting stop the clock scans on packages, right? Either you're supposed to deliver the package or you give it to management. Either management is paying you to deliver the packages or they supposed to be taking care of it, right? So let's say you get back to the station, there's like another 10 packages at the station. Your supervisor tell you, hey, just go down the street and put some random stop the clock scans on there. This is for customers too. This portion. This is what people will do in management or have carriers do or attempt to have carriers do, right? In management. Hey, instead of me paying you to deliver these packages that's possibly all over the zip code and it might take another hour because I don't want to pay you for that hour or I don't want to pay you for that 30, 40 minutes or whatever the case is. That's what I want you to do. I want you to just go down the street and put some stop the clock scans on it, like a no access, a business close, uh animal interference, return the sender for um insufficient address, things of that nature. Sometimes you typically don't see these. If you're a customer, you typically don't see these until the late evening type of things, right? Now, some of these could be valid, right? Some of those could be valid. So I'm not saying for every customer, anytime you see something after 6, 7, 8 o'clock, that's what it is, right? That is somebody making up something. Something could be wrong with the package, and they can't see what your address is, right? So it's the benefit of the doubt. But a lot of times, what it is they just put stop the clock scans on packages because they don't want to pay the carrier to deliver the package. Or let's say it's almost 7:30 and the last carrier's in tour supposed to be 7:30, but I got packages on the floor, but I don't want to pay them to go past 7:30 because then they're gonna have more money that I don't want to pay. And then there's gonna be grievances that I don't want to pay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have one of them go out, put stop the clock scans on, then come back and we'll just take those out tomorrow. Right. Not knowing that you get like 5, 6, 10, 15 of these stop the clock scans after a certain time, right? So like after 6, 7 o'clock or whatever the case is, depending on your district, it still pops up as an integrity scan. It's gonna pop up because the system is gonna register that I seen like 10, 15 packages in on different routes, all scanned miles away from where they're supposed to be at the same time. And the system will register that as a scanning integrity violation. And you could be written up for that. You could be written up for putting stop the clock scans on packages. So again, if it's all well and good, let your management tell you that. If it's all well and good, then why is the packages sitting on the floor when you get there? Right? Everyone in management has their own badge. And their badges, right, look just like ours. And I don't got it here. Look just like ours. And they can sign into clerk scanners and carrier scanners. So if they had them packages, knew they had them packages, there was multiple times that they could have put their own stop the clock scans on them. Why would they wait till you get there and then have you do it instead of them doing it? They can sign into carrier positions, clerk positions. There's a supervisor position in the scanner. Same thing. Well, y'all see it in the morning when you go to sign in. We sign into city carrier. You also see clerks in there, supervisors in there, managers in there. Why they don't sign into their function and scan the packages, which I've signed into those functions before. and it allows you to scan packages, things like that. Some of the features change and choices change that's in there. But it's scanning packages is in everyone's category. Everyone want in everyone's craft in the scanner. Anybody could go in there, go into their function or go into their craft, their position, manager, supervisor, carrier, craft, and be allowed to scan packages. Why they don't do that and put their own stop the clock scans on there? Why they have you do it, right? Because when you do it, your scanner that you're signed into with your name and your EIN number is going to be attached to those, not theirs. Not theirs. Right? That's scanning integrity. And too many scanning integrities, that they can get you up to a removal and write you up and get you attempt to remove you for integrity. Integrity is a big issue in the post office, right? But they can get you out of there with doing things like this. This is not good. Putting stop the clock scans on packages is not good. We as carriers need to stop doing that and stop letting them put us in a position to do that. Should none of us be putting stop the clock scans on packages? Tell management, hey, that sounds like I'm falsifying information, right? And as I don't want to break those type of rules or have any type of integrity issues, I do not feel comfortable doing that. That's what you tell them. I do not feel comfortable doing that. When they say, "Oh no, I need you to," don't say no. Don't say I ain't doing it. I do not feel comfortable doing that. Also, what you trying to say, you ain't finna. I do not feel comfortable doing that. Okay, so we gonna do. I do not feel comfortable doing that at this point in time. You started to harass me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling uncomfortable even more that you're trying to harass me into doing something that I already stated I don't feel comfortable doing. That's what you do. That's what you do. This stuff right here. Look at this, man. So the closing shift supervisor told him to go upstairs and scan the packages. He scanned delivered on all the packages. What the closing supervisor told him to do. The next day, the morning supervisor do an investigative interview. When he or she comes back in the afternoon, the closing supervisor with him along with his union steward pulls him to the side, right, and puts paperwork on him. Starts to put paperwork on him, right? Pretty much saying that this is just like protocol of what they're doing. It's just protocol on what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, your union steward go. Why am I even getting the paperwork? Why am I even getting paperwork? If these are people that are supposed to look out for you, why are you even getting paperwork? Especially if the closer is saying that he gave me those instructions to do it. Why are you even getting paperwork? Listen, they don't have to put that paperwork on this young person or this person. They didn't have to do that. I know for a fact that they didn't have to do that. From both sides, I know for a fact that they didn't have to do that. Especially with one of them saying that they the ones who gave him the instruction to. They can speak to that themselves, right? But instead, what's going to make them look good is, hey, I investigated who did it, and we're gonna put paperwork on them. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna watch this going forward because management not gonna accept no L's. They don't want to be written up for doing suspect stuff if they can put it off on you. So they're not gonna do it. Your scanner on there, right? You can't prove that he told you to do it. So you gonna take the write up. Now, can you fight this? Of course. You can fight it. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be like almost word of mouth at this point in time because the system shows that you did this. It's word of mouth of you saying he told me to do it. Because then what if he say I didn't tell him to do it, or I didn't tell her to do it? Not just your word that someone told you to do it, but what's fact is your scanner, your EIN number, and your name is attached to doing these packages, right? Don't let them put you in a situation. Once you see management is willing to do stuff like that, everyone should be looking at their management team funny. Everyone in there should be looking at the closer and the opener funny. If this is happening, if this happened in your station, right? A Big Ham, I know we know you on you in New York somewhere, man. This ain't happening at your station, did you? You might have to reach out to this person, man. They said they're in Brooklyn. They're the large station in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything worked out for this individual. This was a couple weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, or something like that. At this point in time, um, we gotta watch stuff like this, man. We gotta watch stuff like this. This ain't cool. This is not cool. With that, we're gonna take a 21-second quick little not really a sponsor break, but you know what I'm saying, an affiliate break. And I'll be right back. Hey, hey, listen, y'all make sure to go check out Helium Mobile. Okay, $20 phone plans. It runs on the back of the T-Mobile network. It's also building its network where it currently can run on dual networks, right? And it'll switch with one SIM card, and it'll switch depending on what's the strongest network at that time between Helium Mobile and T-Mobile. Cool. $20 a month, unlimited calls, unlimited text, unlimited internet, and it earns cryptocurrency in the form of what we call mobile tokens. So not what we call, but what's named mobile tokens, right? So the company is Helium Mobile. The cryptocurrency is mobile tokens, right? And you earn your mobile tokens. I think it's like maybe around value now is like 40, 50 cents a day, something like that, right? So I typically earn like or was earning something around like $30, $40 a month, depending on the value of the token at the time, right? It was a period of time I was earning like $50 a month. My phone bill only $20 a month. So I was using $20 of the cryptocurrency to pay the phone bill, right? So I wasn't paying the phone bill for a long time. I didn't start paying the phone bill and the cash until I decided that I wanted to start saving the cryptocurrency, right? Because the value goes up. Start saving the cryptocurrency. Now I just have a boatload of cryptocurrency for mobile tokens. And I just pay my $20 a month. And I have two of these phones. Not my main phones, but I do have two of these phones that earns me mobile tokens. So you can use the code VFQTQ1W, or you can use just go through the link that will be in the description below. Also, again, make sure to join the Postal Blue Discord, right? Where we're gonna do a lot there. We're gonna do a lot of giveaways. We're gonna give away a lot of information. We're gonna have a lot of discussions. We're gonna attempt to get a lot of help in there and things like that to get you guys information way faster than the videos or using the Reddit groups or the Facebook groups and things like that. Right? We're trying to build one team, one fight type of mentality. We got to start somewhere, right? So this is where we're gonna do it at. Along with the Postal Blue podcast, we also gonna have the Postal Blue Discord, right? And again, Helium Mobile. You have kids, little kids, right? You bring your own phone. You can do it. You just download the Helium Mobile app. In the app, you can request for a physical SIM or use an eSIM. The eSIM will install right then and there. You got kids that you want a phone to or phone for, and $20. You have older family members, get them a phone, $20. If you have a business and just want a business line, $20. If you're in college and you on that plan, a dietary plan where you eat ramen noodles, things like that, hey, $20. $20. Now, again, I think it was sometime last year, these plans were $5, right? $5, unlimited everything still, I swear, right? Look, this how serious it is. You could find the $5 plans on eBay You can find people selling their $5 plans on eBay for like $500, $1,000, all type of, man. Listen, right? Cool. They're serious. Um, that's the thing. And when they went up to 20, if you had the $5 plan, it didn't go up. Same thing could still happen. Get your $20 plans down, because in the future it could go up, but you'll be grandfathered into the $20 plan. And I don't think it'll go up. It shouldn't go up, right? Because the $5 plans didn't go up. Looks to be, from the people I talked to behind the scenes or whatever the case is, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Get that 20, get that 20, get that 20, right? And earn your crypto. With that, hey, we back to business. So let's get rid of that. Stop that screen. These are just some of the tricks, right? That management try to use. And it's not for everybody or on everything, but just information. You got to have the information. If you don't have the information, these people, not everybody in management, but these people will try to play you. And we don't want you getting played. All right, don't nobody want to get played. Now I'm gonna show you something else here. Okay. I'm gonna show you something else. And then we're gonna get out of here. Where am I? We're gonna screen share one more thing. We're gonna screen share one more thing right here. Right here. I don't know how wide this is on the screen. So I want it clear enough for you guys to see. You guys see that pretty well or no? Hmm. Hmm. Maybe we should open up in another screen. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up in another screen. Hold on. Hold on. And this is the last one. We're gonna get up out of here. God dang it. Okay. Open with. Okay. Let's go over here. And y'all, wait, it's gonna be hindsight. Hold on. I'm getting this up. Pause if necessary. Getting this up for y'all. Window. How that look? Okay. I like that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Maybe I should go down a little bit more, just so I don't want the words cut off. Y'all can read this while we working on this, or while I'm working on this. Nah, we gonna go back up to the 250. Was it the 250? Or if we do 240? How that look? I like the 240. There we go. I don't want my face in the way of the read. Okay, as I scroll down this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna also have a screenshot of this. I'm gonna have a screenshot of this on the YouTube channel, right? I'm gonna use it as a post. And the scanner messaging video, I think I'm gonna put that up as a short video. Well, not a short video, but as a video, just in case. So you guys can go back and, you know what I'm saying, look at that if you need to. As well. So let's go over this, right? We know that they're trying to do a lot of route adjustments, right? Route adjustments, and they're going to do a lot of station consolidations. Okay. We know that they're going to attempt, that they're doing it and will attempt to do it at other stations and things like that. So if y'all didn't know, right? In my experience, there's been um, two formats, right, for stations. Um, Either your station was built for 2 hours in the office and 4 hours on the, I mean, 2 hours in the office and 6 hours on the street, or it was built for 4 hours in the office and 4 hours on the street, right? A lot of you probably don't know that, right? Especially the newer people. If your station was or heavy and flats, right? Y'all get like a ton of oversized letters, a ton of magazines, things like that. There are stations, if you didn't know, that can get 7, 8, 9 tubs of flats, right? Those stations typically are in, um, for lack of better words, rich areas, right? Not saying rich as in money wise, but kind of sort of technically, you know what I'm saying? They're rich as in they have a very high consensus of salaries in that area, right? So those people typically shop, they order things, they order stuff in that zip code. So they get all the magazines, paid magazines, resource standard magazines, because they order a lot of stuff, right? So you'll see stuff like that. So there's a station that was built for 4 hours in the office and 4 hours on the street. And then you have stations that was built for 2 hours in the office that don't get as many flats and 6 hours on the street, right? Cool. Watch this. No matter what happens with them consolidating your station or consolidating your routes, that format never changed. Never changed. Management could tell you all day, man, you got 45 minutes in the office. The 2 hours still never changed. 2 hours never changed. That's the format until the union and management agree that it's not the format. It's 2 hours in the office and 6 hours on the street. It is what it is. They can like it or not like it. This is the information, right? So, a long time ago, I'm not gonna say a long time ago, but well, it's been like 13 years now. In 2011, right? So, also, if you don't know arbitration, when the union and management can't agree on something that affects whatever the situation is, it don't always have to be carriers. Um, and they can't agree and it goes to arbitration. Arbitration puts down a verdict, right? It's like a court system. Arbitration will put down a verdict, and whatever that verdict is, that is what it is, and it goes across the nation, not just for that district. Once that verdict is applied, it goes for everybody, right? So in 2011, Indiana went to arbitration versus management to talk about the time frames on the 2 hours in the office, 6 hours on the street thing, right? Or office time and street time, really. Office time and street time. This is the verdict and everything that was put out in for that for that case, right? Hold on. Mr. Frederick V. Rolando. This is your information, right? I'm gonna screenshot this. You can download this, right? To my knowledge, this never got changed or overturned by arbitration at all. Management can't do it. The union can't do it. Once arbitration put it out, it is what it is. This happened in Washington, D.C., right? They don't overrule this. Right. So cool. Um, class action. See what it says? Class action, Washington, D.C. Recently, our representative met in pre-arbitration discussion of the above referenced grievance. The issue in this grievance is whether the office efficiency tool used to project office and street time in the greater Indiana district violates the national agreement. Right. After reviewing this matter, we mutually agreed to settle the grievances as follows. The subject office efficiency tool is a management tool for estimating a carrier's daily workload. The office efficiency tool used in the greater Indiana district or any similar time projection tool system/tools will not be used as the sole determinant for establishing office or street time projection. And currently, that's the only thing they quote unquote have or attempt to use, right? Arbitration rule. This will not be used as the sole determinant for establishing office or street time projections. The carrier is the other part of that scenario. If you say, "Hey, Lynn, I need you out of 45 minutes," and I say, "Hey, I can't be no 45 minutes," maybe like an hour 20 or whatever the case is. It's a multiple part thing. It's not just management has say so. But cool. We're gonna talk about that at the end of this. Okay. Um, what was that? Okay. Accordingly, the resulting projections will not constitute the sole basis for corrective action. Meaning, just because I didn't meet your standards in the office or on the street, right? Though your projections will not constitute the sole basis for corrective action. I mean, you can't write me up just because I didn't meet your standards, right? This agreement does not change the principle that pursuant to section 242332 in handbook M39, no carrier shall be disciplined for failure to meet standards except carriers in cases of unsatisfactory effort, which must be based on documented unacceptable conduct that led to the carrier's failure to meet office standards. Right? So that's like, let's say we talking about the office time. If I'm walking around at other people cases, I'm talking, I'm on a dock, I'm in the break room, I'm in the parking lot, the loading area, wherever the case is, way more than I'm at my casing, that's an issue. I should be at my case working. Right. So this is what this is saying. Right. They can prove that that's unacceptable conduct. Right. And it's on me. It's on why I failed to meet possibly meet office standards because I was doing way too much. Furthermore, as stated in the agreement for case, there is no set pace at which a carrier must walk and no street standard for walking. Let me say it again. As stated in the agreement for case H1N-1N-D 31781. It's just if things you want to look up. There is no set pace at which a carrier must walk and no street standard for walking. Projections are not the sole determinant of a carrier's leaving or return time or daily workload. The use of any management created system or tool that calculates a workload projection does not change the letter carrier's reporting requirements outlined in section 131.4 of handbook M41. The supervisor's scheduling responsibilities outlined in section 122 of handbook your M39, or the letter carriers and supervisors' responsibilities contained in section 28 of the handbook M41. All of this is going over that. Let's say Leonard is casing mail, and you come around, you give Leonard a 45-minute leave time, right? The handbook say my responsibility is to make sure I take all mail. And whatever amount of time it takes for me to get that mail together to take it to the street for delivery is the time it takes for me to get it together and take it out for delivery. Right? No matter what they say, 30-minute, 45-minute, hour. If it takes me 2 hours and I'm not walking around talking this, that, and other, so and so, so and so, if it takes me 2.5 hours, if it takes me 3 hours, but I've been at this case the whole time casing mail, then clearly your projection must be wrong. Clearly. Because I'm still here casing mail and it's been way past 45 minutes. And I haven't even went to the bathroom, let alone been walking around talking, finagling the system, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, whatever the case is. I'm over here working the whole time. So clearly I had way more than what your 45-minute projection was, right? In the handbook, it says that I'm supposed to take all mail. Cool. This settlement is made without prejudice to the parties' rights under the national agreement, right? This is what this says. Let me get back to where I need to get back to. I'm trying to jump between systems. So again, I'm gonna screenshot this and put this up. Let me go to the bottom right quick. Sincerely, right? They give you your labor relations policy and programs. Alan S. Moore, right? And this was Frederick V. Rolando, President, National Association of Letter Carriers. Date 9/16/2011. Dang, this I just thought about this. 9/11. Dated 9/16/2011. This was settled 13 years ago, just over 13 years ago, right? That they do not control our office time or street time. But if you're going to go over um, the base, we should be making them aware and filling out the proper paperwork for that. But they don't dictate that. They don't dictate pace. There's no set pace at which a carrier must walk, and no street standard for walking. Now, a lot of you people probably didn't even know this matter existed, that this document existed coming from a case. You probably didn't even know this case existed. Get the number, get the info from the document right here. Okay. I'm also going to upload this as a post on our YouTube channel, right? And then you could just save it as a picture from the post. Okay. That's how we're going to do that. That's how we're going to do that. But I wanted to put that out there. I don't know if I should leave this up or what. Anywho, you guys will get it. So with that, I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. Those have been our topics for today. Again, importance of scanners, sending your scanner messages, have a scanner on you at all times. If your scanner dies on you, go replace the scanner. Do not continue working without the scanner. Do not. Please do not. We need to stop putting stop the clock scans on packages. Let management do it. Management do it. You're not supposed to do that. You can get written up for that. Why? Listen, how many of y'all have ever seen management send you a scanner message saying put stop the clock scans on packages? I'll wait while you get the answer together. How many of y'all have seen management send you a scanner message saying put stop the clock scans on packages? They don't. They don't. They'll call you on your phone and tell you that, but they won't send it through the scanner. Why? Because they don't want it to be connected to them of saying things like that, because they know it's a negative. They know that it's a bad thing. They know that you're not supposed to do that. They know that. So they would rather have you do it than them doing it. And then they don't want to be even connected with doing it. That's why they don't send the messages. That's why they don't send a lot of things through messages. That's why they feel comfortable calling your phone and attempting to talk to you crazy, because there's no actual proof that happened. Hey, iPhone's got an update. You know what I'm saying? You can record phone calls. You know what I'm saying? If you the type of person to record phone calls, they say, so it's mad to call your phone. Hey, so who's this? Hey, listen, I'm recording this call. Just a FYI. It's a little button up top. You know what I'm saying? You record that phone call or whatever the case is. If you're gonna be on my phone, I'm recording it. If you don't want to be recorded, you got to get off my phone and send me a scanner message. It is what it is, Chief. That's how it's gonna be. With that, man, again, be safe, be safe, be safe. This your boy LA Styles, aka the LA Styles. Coffee having computer issues over there, which is why he hasn't come back. We're gonna talk bad about him tomorrow. And with that, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to go check out Helium Mobile. Make sure you get your $20 phone plans while they are here. We are going to be actively recording commercials for Helium Mobile, not working for Helium Mobile, but our own commercials on our own dime up here in Wisconsin. That'll be on this channel as well. Right. What am I missing? The Discord. Make sure you go to the Discord and accept the invite, log in, get your spot. We're also going to need moderators as well to help run the Discord. Right. I need a lot of knowledgeable people. I'm looking for knowledgeable people, whether you're safety captains. I need safety captains. I need union stewards. Right. Heck, I even need managers, supervisors, 204Bs, whoever, someone who knows what they're doing. If you know what you're doing when you're sitting in that seat, right, to help guide the people that don't know what to do. Because believe it or not, I actually do get calls behind the scenes from supervisors who don't know how to do certain things, and then I tell them how they're supposed to do. There's a lot of people that don't know the M41 or the M39, or a lot of parts of it. I don't know like the whole from front to back of either one, but I have read a lot once I finally got my hand on a couple of the books. And there is a few managers that I reach out to just for learning purposes, on arguing or learning the case from both sides. You learn a lot when it comes to these cases when you could kind of see it from both sides. Not saying see what the right or wrong is, but from once, if I know the management side, but I'm back on the union side, I know what management is thinking and how they're going to try to do what they're doing, which allows me to get around or to get ahead of what they're trying to do. If that makes sense. Same thing if I was on the management side, I know what they're going to use, what the union would try to use is so and so, so and so. You know what I'm saying? I already know they're going to try to use that. So let me read up on that. Let me get, you know what I'm saying, how I get around this or whatever the case is. But when you just a regular person in the middle that's not on both, you can see a lot of things in full circle perspective, right? And I do have people that call me from management side, um, that ask me questions, right? Especially supervisors, that ask me questions. Hey man, how do I do this paperwork? You know what I'm saying? What about this? What about that? Disciplinary action. Is this a thing? Is that a thing? You know what I'm saying? I was told to do this. Is that right? Because that don't sound right. And I'm like, nah, that ain't right. I can send you some, read that, whatever the case is. Um, Things like that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. A lot of people think they're supposed to be doing discipline on any and everything. And I'm like, nah, that ain't correct. But they upper management is telling them to do certain things. I'm like, that's just gonna fall through. Now, if you just want a case that ain't gonna go nowhere, then cool. If so, you know what I'm saying, and you cool with the carrier, you cool with your station, you know what I'm saying, you go talk to the person first, show them the DMS tool, show them DMS is where they can see your scanners moving in live and in real live time. They can see your scanner moving, they can see how long it takes you to get from one house to the other, they can see how many houses you're skipping, they can see how long it takes you to do a block, they can see how long you're sitting at this park point, see how long you sit at your vehicle, period. They can see by the end of your shift how much stationary time, sitting time that you had altogether. That's DMS. Hey, man, person, you got a problem with somebody with activity, go talk to them. That's what I always do. Just go talk to them. Hey, man, so and so, blah, skip. I done show people the DMS. Like, hey, look at this. You know what I'm saying? Say you were sitting right here for this amount of time, use at this one house for this amount of time, use at this one house for this amount of time, so and so, blah, skip it. Oh, man, when I was at that house, you know what I'm saying? I had dropped my scanner right there. Well, it couldn't have been dropped your scanner right there. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I'm going to take it. Couldn't have been dropped your scanner because your scanner is moving while you're in the house, like you're going between the houses. If you drop the scanner gonna face one way. The front of your scanner, if y'all didn't know, the front of your scanner. Why the phone not going black? Anywho, let's say this the front of the scanner. The front of your scanner, right? Your GPS is gonna face that way. It's a triangle. Your GPS is gonna face that way, right? Because in DMS, it's gonna show it like this. It's a triangle. It's gonna face that way. When the scanner is moving, the triangle is moving, right? This is how we know if I was on the desk still. This is how we would know if you do a U-turn, or the system would know if you did a U-turn, because the scanner was facing this way and then it went in a span of 3 seconds, start facing the other way. So I know you did a U-turn. It wasn't a Y-turn. This will pick up. Now, if you just did this, that's gonna pick up as a U-turn, right? So you can't tell me, hey, it's what they're gonna try to do. Can't tell me, hey, my scanner just sitting there when I see your scanner moving like this the whole time. When if you drop your scanner, it should be either face down, sitting there, not moving, or face up somewhere, not moving. It shouldn't be doing all this, right? That means somebody got your scanner. Why is it moving like that? When it shouldn't be moving at all. If you drop your scanner, this is GPS, right? And it should be pinging. And it'll ping, your scanner will ping every 60 seconds. So if you want your scanner in one spot, right? So then I can go to, in that system, I could go to where you were sitting in your car at your park point and you see your scanner not moving, correct? You see every 60 seconds a black dot is pinging with a timer on it. Bop, 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 bop. And the scanner facing the same way, it's not moving. That's because the scanner not moving, you're not moving. So if you drop your scanner, it would do like that. It would look like that. Your scanner is moving like this in this house. So clearly you're moving because the scanner is moving. Can't say I dropped the scanner, it's moving on its own. right? That's going to be unacceptable answer. But if you show people these things, like, hey man, I'll show people these things first before we get to where we got to get to. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if we get there, I'm not gonna be in office with you because I ain't never rode up a carrier. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be in office with you. You know what I'm saying? Let the manager handle that because I don't write up carriers. I feel like it's a conflict of interest for me to write up carriers, but I do inform them and get them information so they can stop. Possibly, if they are doing something, possibly stop what they're doing while they're ahead. Right. And I've corrected a lot of things in that manner by giving people the information versus having to write them up. Right. That's just my experience. Um, with that, I'm gonna get up out of here. Well, again, that's my experience when I was practicing 204B activity, which I haven't been practicing in a while. But that's neither here nor there. Right. But I did go get the information. And for those of you again who asked why I went and got the information to be a 204B, is because I tried to be a union steward. So back when I came in, my station didn't have a union steward. The entire time during COVID, we didn't have an in-house union steward. So we had to use another union steward from another station. So during that time that I came in during COVID or right before COVID, so during that 2 years as me being a CCA, we had no in-house steward. The steward we had also had like 6 other stations because we got 20 stations in our district. So needless to say, a lot of grievances did not get filed. A lot of things didn't happen. A lot of people wasn't protected because we had nobody telling us things or informing us on things or whatever the case is. So when I started texting the steward to get information, right, I started trying to help my station fight certain things. And then when I went to become a union steward in like my second year, I was told, well, I was put on standby for almost like a year saying, "Oh, it's gonna be a training during this month." That was like in a couple months. Then that didn't happen. Then it was gonna be another training like 2 or 3 months. Then that didn't happen. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Come to find out, well, not find out, but I was told um, that the person, which was the president, told the steward that they believed that I didn't have enough time in to be a steward. Right, mind you, I'm in the military still at the time. Fighting is what I do. I can't stand by and see people who need help, but don't help them if I can help, right? So okay, that's a roadblock. Okay, I got to figure something out then. So I end up getting converted not too long after that. Then it opens up that they need people to train. They need trainers. Cool. You know what? I go downtown, train, orientation, things like that, give people the information that I didn't get over these 2 years. Cool. That never that never came out. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody ever called, send me an email, no nothing about being a trainer. Okay, cool. A few months after that, I got asked about being a 204B. You know what? I'm still me. If I can't help from a union steward side, if I can't help from training, I help from the desk. So that's how I played it. I became me, still me, because can't nobody change me. At this point in time, I'm stubborn. I came in at the age of 35. So by this time, I'm like 37. There ain't no changing me. Right. I'm set. I don't you know what I'm saying, it's hard to box me into a corner, and Leonard ain't gonna do nothing that Leonard don't want to do. And that's just gonna be the bottom line, and it's just gonna be what it is. That's why I never had to write up nobody, and ain't nobody gonna make me write up nobody because Leonard just stubborn like that, and in that way, right? So cool. So I got on the desk. I helped a lot of people. Hey man, information, 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 information. I helped save a lot of CCA's jobs, PTF's jobs. They either got fired, released, or they quit. Hey, nah, we can't do that. So and so, so and so. I call above the manager. Hey, I need somebody. I got a carrier, got a situation. This, that, and other. So and so. Like Skippy, could you give us their number, Leonard? Okay, cool. Hey, I just talked to whoever. They ask for your numbers. They cool. I'll give them your numbers. So they can talk to you. Yeah, that's cool. So okay, cool. Hey, this is a person number. Then they'll call the carrier, see what's going on. If they got to move them from another station to put them at another station to get a better experience or to be able to keep them, then that's what they did because we was going through a bad retention spot, right? So I done helped a lot of carriers who will call me to this day about things. To this day, right? CCAs, PTFs, and a lot who regular now will call and say, hey, Leonard, hey, L, hey, man, I need some information. I need some help. I need some, okay, what's going on? Hey, man, my manager trying to do this. My supervisor's trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? Is this legit? What's the situation? Nah, that's not legit. This is what you do. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I do that a lot. A lot. Um, this how you fight this, how you fight that. I don't do grievances. Grievances not gonna get us nowhere. hey, you need to do an EEO. It sounds like you need to do an EEO. I'll give you the information. Contact this person. Get them the rundown of your situation. They'll let you know if you got a case or not, right? But it sounds like you got a case, and then follow whatever they tell you to do with that EEO specialist. That's how I move. And that's how I've been moving for the past like 3 years or something like that. Anywho, I digress. I done told this story multiple times before. If you don't know my background on how I got to where I got to, and now I'm back to being a carrier, of course, right? I was never a red badge. I was always 204B, I think, for like 3 or 4 months as a closer. I learned closing. Then I was a 204B again, like for 3 or 4 months after that. As an opener, learning opening. Um, and then I was back and forth for like a week or two up, a week down, 2 weeks up, a month up, a couple weeks down, or whatever the case is, because that's when the carrier had passed away and my station was down because that happened at my station. And I was back and forth between my station carrying and then the other station supervising. Right. So I was putting that for like almost a year. I was carrying, I'd be like supervising for a couple weeks, then I'd be carrying for like a week or two, then I'd be supervising, then I'd be carrying it. Then I go to work thinking I'm supervising. They'll say the station down, so and so, so and so. Then I go home, change clothes, and I go to my station to carry mail. Then I'd be carrying mail there, backed up mail, whatever mail for a few days, and then I end up having to open the station. Or I open the station, think I'm about to get off, and then go carry mail at my station. Or I carry mail at my station, get off. Let's say it's an 8-hour day, but then I have to go close the other station that night. So I had like a lot of 12, 13, 14, 15-hour days, like something crazy. Or it's times that the other station was down, I was supervised as the opener and the closer and be there for like 14 hours total just to make sure everything is clean, this, that, and other, and then do it again the next day. Man, it was something crazy, but I learned a lot because in doing that, being left by myself, things like that, I learned who knew their job and who didn't. Right, I learned what managers to call and what managers not to bother with. I learned what supervisors knew they things I can call them and get information from, who send me a lot of information on how to do things appropriately, which is the best word to use. And I'm proud that to a degree I can do things appropriately. I've been in a 204B before as an opener, a closer, and I've been left in the station completely by myself before to do manager work with no supervisor. So I was the only person there, and I was a 204B, just left at the station by myself, right? Doing the opening work, the closing work, and the manager work. There was nobody else in the station for like a week but me. Another time for like 2 weeks but me, right? I just how I learned things. I learned managing things, and I learned techniques, and I learned what they supposed to do, what they're not supposed to do. The power access is okay, cool. How you supposed to move, and couple that with what I know from the union stuff and what I know as a carrier and about different crafts made me a cold dude. You know what I'm saying? It made me a cold dude. To this day, I've ever only got pulled in the office 2 times that I know of. That's for attendance reviews when management switched. The first time was at my original station. Second time was at the station I'm at now. Maybe 3 times. Because sometimes managers, when you get a new manager, they'll do a attendance review, but that's it. Right. And I think I had an attempted write up for like a 7 day. Was it 7 day verbal one? I don't know what it was. A long time ago for at the time I got the first one for the same thing. Um, which I was going through a death in the family, so I wasn't at work because I had a death in the family in Washington, in the state of Washington, with my nephew, and they were trying to figure out things with my nephew, and I was in Wisconsin trying to make arrangements to get him from Washington to Mississippi, which wasn't easiest to do at the time in my position, and with finances, of course. So my head wasn't there for like a week or two or something like that. My head wasn't there. Um, but that's it. In my entire span of 5.5 years, that I think it's been 5.5 years, I've only been in office 2 or 3 times. They both been for attendance. and I'm talking about old things, right? I haven't been in the office on. They don't even want to pull me into the office. They don't even want to speak to me in the office. They don't even want to see me in the office from management side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listen. I got information out here. I got information out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those that they don't mess with, right? But I also work. I said to say I also work, right? So maybe I'm just not in the position to get pulled into the office. I don't do things that I'm not supposed to do. Hey, they got to catch you doing whatever it is that y'all doing out there, all right? Get the information, move better. You won't be in that situation. With that, man, y'all make sure to check out Helium Mobile. Y'all make sure to hit up the Discord, and I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Get the information, and I'm out.